What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers Living. Today I'm reviewing, first time, 15 years almost of reviewing products. I have never reviewed an outdoor wood stove. First time for everything. This is the RB73 Outdoor Wood Burning Stove. You heard me right. Only one way to find out if it's useful. It's gotta heat. And we picked a good day because it's freezing cold, so we're very motivated for this thing to work. So we're gonna test it and see how well it actually works. I'm gonna go through some of the features, talk about it. Let's see how good it works. Don't forget guys, if you're in the Denver, Colorado area and you need anything for your outdoor patio, I'm talking outdoor kitchens, barbecues, fire pits, fireplaces, patio heaters, we're your premier store for anything outdoor patio. We can help you with design, anything. Also, if you're not local, give us first stab at the business if you enjoy what you're learning in these videos. Helps us out a ton. All right, so I got a little fire going. Figure I'd talk about some of the features while we let this thing heat up. So obviously you can see it does have a good chimney stack on it. It's a little annoying just based on the height alone. However, that is going to be useful in getting a good draft going. So that's definitely going to help us from a functionality standpoint. This material is pre-rusted. So what that means is it's already weatherproof. So this is going to keep patinaing and stuff like that, but that's just how it comes. That is nice that it's pre-rusted. That's going to make it super weatherproof. The only negative is if you're really moving this around, you're going to get orange fingers. Just keep an eye on that if you're moving around with gloves or anything. All right, so ignore the wheels. That's just something we did here in the showroom. There are no wheel choices. So this is meant to be a stationary unit wherever you put it. So we just have that for showroom purposes here. We have the model here with the oven on top so you can cook with it. My personal opinion is that's probably a touch gimmicky. I don't know if that's necessarily all that helpful. Seems like a lot of work. However, what I'm most curious about is how well this heats. And there are things that are gonna help promote more heat. Basically, all of these slats on the back and front, I think are gonna act like a heat exchanger. So we should be getting a ton of radiant heat off of this stove once this thing starts warming up. Now we can also do it with variable window sizes. So this is a 3-sided window, and then the back has our steel slats on it. I don't know if that's what they're called. That's what I call them. You can do it even more enclosed. So you could do it like just the front side open. My hunch is the more steel that you do versus the windows, the more heat you're gonna radiate off of it. However, it's like a trade-off because the more windows you have, the obviously more attractive it is. So the 3-sided is gonna be very pretty. Well, let's get this baby ripping and see what it does. My only other concern is with all this glass is just being careful. You know, if you got big, heavy hardwood, you obviously wanna be careful the way that you load it. But I think especially the fire brick on the back, we should be getting some good heat off of this here. I thought I'd debate this myself all the time, starting wood burning stoves. Let me know in the comment section what you prefer. So when something's airtight like this, we don't have a lot of oxygen. So when we don't have a lot of oxygen, it's harder to start a fire. On the flip side, by shutting this door, it allows the firebox to heat up faster because it's more sealed and can build up more radiant heat. What do you think is a better way to start a fire? Door open with maximum oxygen in a cold firebox, or less oxygen with a hot firebox? It's an internal debate I have all the time. I lose sleep about it. Let me know what you think. So before I fired this up, I initially thought that it would heat better through the steel slatties. It's actually radiating heat through the glass, which I'm guessing is ceramic. So actually, I might even do it as the 4-sided, especially if you kind of have it in a circle. You get some nice radiant heat coming off the glass. I can definitely feel it more on the glass side versus back here. So I'd go for all 4 sides of glass, honestly. All right, by contrast, this is one of our indoor stoves. Now, this is cast iron. So cast iron is gonna hold heat, get hotter, retain more heat, and then eventually, you know, you'll feel that radiantly. So this is emitting a ton of heat. It's literally like a furnace. Can heat a whole house. Now, they're not claiming to be like an indoor stove, but working with these for 15 years, I was expecting more along these lines for heat. Of course, this is a lot more airtight with gasket material that's sealed on here. I think they could benefit from like a more airtight door on the outdoor unit, almost like some homemade gasket material on there or something. But cast iron, of course, is gonna heat better. Of course, it's not made for the elements, though. it'll be Rust City, just like that steel outside. All right, we've been letting this thing run a few hours. We are using crazy, crazy, crazy hardwood. It's just really hard to get going outside on a cold stove. I thought this thing would get hotter, I'm gonna be honest. In the back where these, what do we name these? Slats? Steel slatties? Something like that. It's starting to move some air. You can actually feel some air movement coming off of it. So it is heating a bit. But I think if there's any type of wind out here or anything, it wouldn't be great. Of course, it's pretty cold today. It's not a fully sealed firebox, so it's definitely not heating like an indoor one would. Now, they're not necessarily claiming that it will. However, I was kind of hoping for a little more heat output. Aesthetically, it's great. I mean, you can see we have a really nice fire going. Our cooktop, we're only sitting at 200 degrees after a couple hours, so I think that could be hotter as well. Maybe I'm missing something, but it's not as hot as I would like it to be. And for me, using this outside, that's like the most important feature I want, is that this thing cranks heat, and it's just not. Unless I'm doing something wrong, but I've been starting fires for 15 years, so I don't know. If you guys have one of these, let me know in the comment section what you think. What am I missing? See you guys next time.